Annie Polland is the executive director of the American Jewish Historical Society and is leading a 3-year initiative called the Emma Lazarus Project to explore the life of the poet. So thank you for coming in. It's so nice to meet you, Annie.
Nice to meet you as well.
You recently asked sixth graders to rewrite these hallowed words, right, based upon how they would apply to the world today. Here is a clip.
For all her storied strength, Lady Liberty weeps as she stands, as what she symbolizes is crushed to dust in politicians' hands. Her people ignore her and refuse her protection, and allow her glistening beige skin to be tarnished by hate. They allow her hope to fade to a melancholy silence, and her skin to melt into muddy green, losing its shine.
Here your words are not twisted to insults, but crafted to songs. Here the mighty arguments of peace are indestructible. Our differences unify our love.
Well, let one thing be clear. We welcome you to enter here with open arms.
Though some may allocate for you to fail, the foundation of this country will prevail. So fear not of what is unknown, and welcome to America, your newfound home.
Wow, and they are 11. What did you think of their responses?
They were amazing. They were beyond anything we could have expected, and they still bring tears to my eyes.
Bringing tears to your eyes. And then how do you compare that to what we heard from Ken Cuccinelli and his rewording of Emma Lazarus?
Well, what I can say is that the students had the benefit of learning about Emma Lazarus in her time. So they had a full history lesson in her context. And
But they're 11.
They're 11 and they're 12. And they were able to think in a really nuanced way about this poem, what it meant at the time, what it means today. And they were truly able to kind of look inside and add their own voice to this. And I think Emma Lazarus would be really happy with their poems.
What do you think of what he said?
I think what he said is somewhat reductive. I think it's difficult to take a poem and take it out of context and, you know, just apply it to one law. It's just, that's not the way a poem and American ideals should be used.
I want you to just give us a history lesson because just reminding everyone, Cuccinelli last night told Aaron that the Statue of Liberty poem was about, quote, people coming from Europe. So you tell us, who was Emma Lazarus referring to when she wrote those hallowed words?
Well, so in that poem, and the poem is longer than what we typically hear. We typically hear, give me you're tired and you're poor. But in the first stanza of the poem, she refers to America as a mother of exiles. She doesn't say a mother of European exiles. She doesn't say a mother of Irish exiles. She says a mother of exiles. And so what she was putting forward was a more universal stance about welcoming immigrants, and that America becomes America in part through a compassionate welcoming of immigrants.
Wasn't she specifically inspired by or writing about, you know, Jews who were coming?
Well, she had had direct contact with East European Jews who were coming in large numbers. They were fleeing persecution. They were coming with hardly any money. They were coming with their families, and she went to help them. And that was kind of her awakening to the plight of immigrants. But I think it's important, too, that when she wrote the poem, she didn't say, we're here to help Jewish immigrants. No, she kind of took that particular experience and universalized it to think about America more broadly.
When we look also at the new Trump immigration rules, it'll actually make it harder for immigrants to get into this country. And a lot of people are pointing today that Trump's own grandfather probably would not have qualified under Trump's own rules when he came here from Germany in 1885.
I think that's right, and I think so many Americans who have been here for several generations would also find that their ancestors would have been in trouble, so yes.
Annie Polland, again, if people want to learn about your project, it's called?
The Emma Lazarus Project, and you can go to www.ajhs.org.
Great. Annie, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, too.